Did you guys really sleep in the motel? Did you really stay there? Did you really catch that catfish? Well, hell yeah, I caught that catfish with my bare hands. Virtual reality.
Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
I'm Evan Real.
And Evan, I know Orange County is currently airing, so you would think the West Coast has a lot of drama, but Jersey really is making everybody like go into a tizzy this week.
The Jersey Girls always have the best way of getting us excited way before the season is going to premiere. I mean, last year we heard about the fallout with Teresa and Melissa, and then we saw it play out on the show. But this time, there's a fallout between Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aydin, who had a bit of a brawl.
A Cabral, yeah. And talk about two people that I would not. I always say it's the Jersey ladies. I would want to be on none of their bad side, especially at a bar, because I feel they could all take me in a second.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aydin, they're gonna knock you out first. So like the fact that it was these two who got into a fight is just so insane to me. And it seems like the fight was so bad that Bravo stepped in and suspended them. Like they
Stop
weren't
right now. No, thank you very much.
Yeah, and so okay, so let's break down what allegedly took place. So there was a party hosted by Teresa Giudice, and Jennifer Aydin and Danielle Cabral were there, and apparently there's been tension mounting this season. Jennifer accused Danielle of not donating at a recent charity event, according to a source.
So classic Housewives.
Yeah, it's so classic. We love it. And then apparently, and this is even more classic Housewives, Danielle accused Jen Aydin of stealing her hairdresser, which, like, come on, it's like, it's so good.
Does it get more Jersey than that also? It's like, is there only one? Because also, I know some people might be thinking right now, just call another hairdresser. It's almost as close a bot as that's like saying, call another therapist. Your therapist is busy that week. The relationship between housewife and hairdresser is very connected and committed, and it's a bond that I guess Jennifer broke for Danielle, and that's what got her a little fired up.
Yeah, so like, and that's the thing too, like there's got to be, I mean, there's definitely a lot that we have yet to see in this situation. So I'm very anxious to see how we got from fighting over hairdressers and charity donations to this incident at Teresa's party, where I guess, you know, they were sort of getting close, talking, arguing, and Jennifer pushed Danielle. But I guess what we're hearing is that she pushed Danielle after Danielle got in her face. So it was a lot of back and forth. But then Danielle allegedly tossed her drink at Jennifer, and now it's a whole situation. But the girls are back to filming.
Okay.
So I don't know the details of the suspension and what it means for their future filming the show together, because they are now filming separately. So far, there was a book signing for Jackie Goldschneider's memoir. Jennifer Aydin showed up to show her support. Danielle was not present. Danielle is also filming a party this week that she's hosting. We're hearing that Jennifer Aydin is not attending. So no, I don't know what's going to happen with these two.
It's kind of crazy because obviously we've been hearing that Teresa and Melissa are not they are not talking to each other. So now we have Danielle and Jennifer not talking to each other. Who is it just Fessler running back and forth doing like telephone to the groups? It's Fessler and Dolores. I mean, a fun car to be in, but I feel like we're going to have to get everybody together at some point to kind of mesh some things out.
Well, it could be Jackie's book to finally bring Melissa and Teresa together, because Melissa and Teresa both showed up to her signing last night, and they probably didn't talk, but maybe they, you know, read a page in the same vicinity.
Maybe they had coffee talk, you know, as Danielle loves to do, and maybe they could just settle it all down with the coffee talk, because we're forgetting she was true life. I'm a Staten Island girl, and from what I know about Staten Island girls, they are not one to be messed with, but one person who is not down for any of this mess, and who Jackie revealed on Watch What Happens Live, they're currently having some issues with, the Marge.
I know. Yeah, so the Marge recently did an interview with Us Weekly, and she said that the girls kind of got together before the season started.
Yes.
After such a toxic season 13, there was sort of a discussion that took place where they were like, we are not going to get into physical altercations. Like it can't get that messy, that dark, etc. And then here we are. She's saying this is unacceptable behavior.
I do feel it is one of those hard things where it's like, okay, everybody no fighting, and everyone's like, oh my God, of course, whenever. I'm a mother, I have a business, it's everything. But in the heat of the moment, violence is never the answer. But it's hard to look back. Like I couldn't imagine Danielle or Jennifer to be like, wait, what did Marge tell me to do a few weeks ago? Not fight. But I do feel like I would, because we see on Housewives a lot, you throw the wine, not the wine glass. Like, I mean, Ramona did the wine glass once and it's not good, but you need to kind of pick and choose how you want to express yourself. I don't know if they have to go back to like the Irish like little farm and do the paintings again, but instead of Teresa, all of them, because they express themselves through art. That might be a healthier way. But I do like, and also this shows growth for Marge, because one of her most famous lines is, your husband's in the pool. And now she'd be like, I feel she would say, like, she would not be doing the Uber Erin method of pushing everybody in pool. She would say, your husband went into the pool by choice. I am going to sip a soiree away from all of this.
Right. I feel like in 2023, Marge would not push anyone in the pool. She would rather escort them to the bottom of the pool. You know what I'm saying? But I do, I love what you said about, well, I actually don't love what you said. I just want to point out what you said about Marge versus Jackie, because that is actually I hate what you said, because
I hate it too.
That was a friendship that I always really appreciated as a fan. They just seemed so ride or die for each other. And so it's heartbreaking to hear that they're having conflict. But what did give me hope was Margaret told the bookshare gave me hope. And Margaret told Us Weekly that she thinks they will get back to where they once were. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because I personally just love
I love them too. And I mean, I feel like Margaret told Us Weekly that before Jackie kind of shaded her on Watch What Happens Live, not once but twice. Which came, and Margaret, apologies from us, I guess, because we're kind of the reason that you got brought up because of us. Are you calling Heather Gay thirsty while talking to us?
I know. I was actually really surprised that Heather mentioned that, because, okay, so if you guys don't remember, Danny and I played a little drinking game with Margaret and Lexi, and we played this game like, are they thirsty? Is it thirsty or soiree, which is the name of her mocktail line. And at the time, everyone was talking about Heather Gay's black eye and how she wasn't revealing the cause of it. And so, you know, Marge spoke her truth, and she said that she thought it was a little thirsty, that she wouldn't reveal it then, and she still won't reveal it now.
I mean, Heather, let's sit down with your espresso and actually get to some business. But Heather is lucky, because while everybody once was talking about the black eye, everyone, I feel like now in the Bravoverse, is more so still talking, thinking, processing through Shannon's DUI, including Gina. And I feel everybody was especially waiting for Gina's comment on all this, because Shannon never wasted a single second to bring up Gina's past DUI.
Yeah, this is the woman we were all waiting to hear from in the situation, especially after this season, when they had the party where they all dressed up as each other, and Shannon decided to cosplay an era of Gina's housewife journey that Gina felt was a little triggering, because she felt it was emblematic of a time in her life when things were a little messy, kind of like during her own DUI era. And so having Shannon poke and prod her this season, I can't blame her for saying that for a moment, Shannon's DUI felt like karma.
You know, I'm not going to lie to everybody and say I didn't wake up and be like, oh, like this is like a karma, you know? But then very quickly, and if I'm being very honest, very quickly, I moved past that. Then I got like angry about a lot of it for a minute. And then I really now have settled into appropriate sympathy.
Karma is her boyfriend. Karma is her cat. Karma is her castmate. Well, we all saw the headlines. Yeah, so I understand. But it was good. Gina did say it felt like that for a moment. A moment in the woods, very, you know, very into the woods. But then, because remember, our girl is really on her Red Bull healing journey this year. I mean, Whitney's always healing in Salt Lake City, but Gina's kind of really going through a processing maturity, emotional moment. And then she kind of was just like, it does feel bad to obviously pick on someone and pull apart someone that is in their rock bottom. So I feel like, maybe this could be the moment where if they do decide to kind of like chat again, Shannon could just be like, well, Gina, egg on my face. Let's just have a conversation. Maybe it could be a moving on point for them.
Maybe Gina could get Shannon on Country Strong, because that's where she revealed her feelings about Shannon's DUI. Can you imagine like a Jill and Bethany style episode, but it's like Gina and Shannon and her star co-host? Honestly, that would kind of slap.
I see it, but unfortunately, you'll never be able to listen to it because you'll forever search Country Strong.
That is very true.
But that's like the special.
Did I just call it Country Strong again? You guys, I am so sorry, Gina. If you're listening to this, I do not intend to rebrand your podcast called Orange Country as Country Strong. Oh my God, that is like so embarrassing. Danny,
but I mean, every time I'm happy you do it, because every time you do it, I just have the song in my head. The best song. Like we're all picturing now Gwyneth Paltrow going up with the guitar. And I needed that palate cleanser because I had to wash away shirtless Sandoval for his podcast announcement. I don't know. Is it an announcement if nobody wanted to hear it? I guess it still counts as an announcement.
All right, let's do this.
Hey, Tom, this is the podcast, so they're not going to be able to see you with your shirt off. They won't know.
Oh, they'll know.
Yeah, this podcast announcement was not giving Country Strong fantasy whatsoever. I feel like the collective,
it was giving like WeHo Basement. Like, where was this filmed?
Yes. I feel like the collective reaction from the Bravo fandom is, oh no, like why? Like keep it, please. No.
It's truly like Lisa Kudrow in the comeback, like, note to self, I don't want to see that. Like everyone is just Lisa Kudrowing right now.
And God, okay, so the teaser, it was just a little cringe because it was like all the different clips of people on different talk shows talking about, like, from Jennifer Lawrence to who else was in it? There was like a few people, some like big high profile names.
Like even got like everybody,
yeah, just like shitting on Tom Sandoval, which everyone did at the start of Scandoval, and then it's like clip, we're all taking a poo-poo on Tom Sandoval, the little poo-poo head, and then he's like takes off his shirt and is like, all right, let's talk about it. And it's like, but let's not, because I can't take another minute of it. We already know, we know what you did. Like Lauren Conrad said, you know what you did.
Yes. And also, is the first episode going to be about this? Because it's a little old news, I would say right now, sir. No one cares. And also,
it's not March.
No, nor April, nor May. It's fall. Sir, I don't, and also I don't need more podcasts in the Vanderpump Rules universe, because it's like so many potting, everything like that. And they're all like going on, giving some reveals and stuff. I just want to watch the season.
I know. I do appreciate the Vanderpump Rules kids for giving us the tea on their podcast, but like, it's just been a lot this year. It almost feels like I'm like in a race that I can't win because I can't digest and consume every morsel of information that they
Shenanigans is now 60 minutes. Like, it's Barbara Walters. I feel Sheena's like, now I'm tired.
Right.
She's an investigative journalist. But
I will say, of all the Vanderpump podcasts, I think Shenanigans is like my top choice. I truly love it. I think she's a great interviewer. I love her voice. I love it when she speaks. I love it when she sings. I'm a Sheena stan. So
I'm a Taurus, so I love my fellow Taurus girls. Like, yeah, that's just without a shadow of a doubt. And the Taurus love continues, exactly, because someone I could also listen to sing for hours and hours and hours on end. Guys, she zoomed with us from, I thought this was really cool, from the Live with Kelly and Mark dressing room.
Like, so completely divalicious of Countess Luann to conduct her interview from the green room of Live with Kelly and Mark.
La Diva.
And in a fedora.
Oh, heaven sent. And of course, she was dressed to the nines to give us 30 minutes of pure bliss where she talked about Shannon. She talked about Erica Jane's residency. She talked about the ultimate girls trip, the RHONJ one that we're all excited for. So here's a little taste of it to, wet your whistle before the full episode drops.
I do love that you involve the audience so much and that you do have that fan Q&A. As you've been doing this leg of the tour, what have the fans been asking about most? Because there's a lot going on in the Bravo-verse between Shannon Beador, Kyle and Mauricio. I mean, there is so much. What is the tea that they are asking you to spill?
Well, the Shannon Beador thing came up. The Kyle thing came up because, listen, I talk about the first Ultimate Girls Trip. I mean, I wrote a song about that song. About that show. The first Ultimate Girls Trip, there were F-bombs on the G4 with the OGs. So I wrote a song called F-bombs. And then Bravo did this amazing video for it, which you can see on, I imagine, online on YouTube. But, things like that. They, when I talk about something, when I talk about Crappy Lake, they want to know about Sonia and did you guys really sleep in the motel? Did you really stay there? Did you really catch that catfish? Well, hell yeah, I caught that catfish with my bare hands. And and they want to know more about that. They want to know about the OG cast trip. They want to know personal stuff about me. Am I dating? How do I keep in shape? Because people are always commenting on I'm in good shape.
Yeah, you were mentioning that some of the OC housewives might come out to see you in California. Have you been able to touch base with Shannon Beador? Because I feel like as someone who navigated some challenges in the public eye, you would have some good advice for her right now.
Yeah, but I feel like people, need to find their way. And I feel like I don't know Shannon that well either. So I would feel like I was intruding, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, this was a great wake-up call for her, and I'm sure she's on the way of taking good care of herself. And I hope that she is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know that she has her man, John Jansen, by her side. We know Archie's okay. Things are, looking up for Shannon. I know she has Tamra and Taylor and all those girls. So who are you closest to among the Orange County ladies?
I've known the OGs more, Vicky and Tamra. So,
I feel you and Heather Dubrow could be so elegant together. I don't know if you guys have ever had a lunch.
I don't really know Heather.
I feel that has to change because
right.
Yeah,
I think I would like her. And I know Shannon. I met her just I think once or twice. So, I feel like at a time like this, people need their privacy and they need to, work on things themselves and some quiet time. I think.
Yeah. Now BravoCon is coming up.
I'm thinking of her. Of course, I'm thinking of her, and it's it's never easy. And but look, when things happen like that, there's only one way to go.
And exciting news! We just launched Page Six merch on our YouTube channel, where you can buy hats, tees, mugs, sweatshirts, bags, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Go check it out.
There's tumblers and Page Six spy hats too. Thank you in advance for supporting our channel.